Hi everybody. Today we're going to be creating a meme poster for this week's project, and we're going to be using Poster My Wall again that we actually used 2 weeks ago. So if you can see, it's postermywall.com. I'm going to click login, and you can use your school district of Philadelphia Google account. So if you're already logged in, it's just going to bring you right there. Just give it one moment. Okay, so as you can see, I'm logged in. So now I'm going to click Create My Design, Create a Design. I'm going to go to Image, and now I'm going to do Meme Poster in the search. Okay. Now we're not going to worry about size right now, but we are going to find one that I like. So I like this one. Here we go. Now, if you can see this, it says Designed by, and it gives Krista's Design Factory. And I can customize that template, but you can also see it's for Instagram. So it's 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels. We're going to change that. So let's click Customize Template. And if you could see, we're in here already. So one of the things that I already did before doing this is I already found an image of my dog Ruby that I'm going to be using for this meme poster. Okay, so make sure you have your image ahead of time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the right hand side where it says type. It says Instagram post, but I actually want to do it as a poster. So I'm going to go to size, and I'm going to actually do it as a flyer because it's 8.5 by 11. Now, for my poster, I want to pick, instead of portrait, I'm going to pick landscape because that's going to work best for my photo and for my poster. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to click resize. If you can see, it's resizing the design on the left. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is, I don't need this text on top, so I'm going to delete it. Okay. Now, for the background image, I am now going to go to Upload Background. And I already have my download on my computer of Ruby. And it's uploading the image. And I have it, and it's cropping it for me. And I'm probably going to bring that in just a tiny bit. And I'll bring it up like that. And down a little bit. Okay. And that's about as much as I'm going to be able to get. And I'm going to click Apply. As you can see, it's processing and loading. So now we have Ruby. Okay, so the photo's kind of dark right here. So if you go on the right-hand side, I can go to brightness, and I could brighten it. But now you can see the contrast. Isn't that good? So now we can go to contrast, and we can also go to saturation and play with that. Okay, I'm going to bring that brightness up a tiny bit. And contrast, we'll keep on going. And we'll bring that down a tiny bit. And then the saturation we'll take care of. Just so we get a nice warm color to it. That's perfect. Now, with this box down here, if you can see the size is at 98, I'm going to make it 40 for right now, and that's the font size. And the only reason why I'm doing that is so that when I type, we can always resize, but I just want to make sure I could see everything. So if I click my text, click the box, and I could double click, it'll let me highlight it. So now I'm going to type what I want. And I'm going to type, when your dog loves binge watching Hallmark movies as much as you do. So now we're going to take this and we're going to move this box up a little bit just so we can see it. And I'm also going to make it a little larger as a, you know, if you think about how a meme poster looks where it always goes right to the edge, and we'll just bring it down. The same poster, we're just going to bring it down so that that bottom has it all. Now, if you can see, I'm cutting too much of Ruby off. So what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight all my text. And I think I'm going to bring down the size a little bit. Probably to like maybe 30, which I think is good. And I'm going to click this. And I'm going to click off the box. I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to bring it down. So by reducing the size of the font, I'm still able to see what I wanted to say, but we're still getting a lot of the image of Ruby and her big ears. And I am not giving her a complex with that. I love her big ears. So now once I have the font highlighted, the text highlighted, I can go on the right-hand side and I can pick another font if I wanted to. So for instance, if I go to Cabin Bold, it'll change it. Okay, I actually like this font. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click it again. I'm going to highlight it all. And I could probably maybe even start to enlarge this font. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to go right to this edge. I can, if I wanted to, put that on one line. Okay. And then I could now maybe enlarge the font a little bit more. So if I double click and let the box go, then click. Now I can get my font. And once I do that, if I want to increase the size a little bit, I can even bring it up to 35, which I think is good. Okay. If I wanted to pick another font and just try it, you might want to do that. Pick another font. Try a couple different fonts. You might want to try an all caps font. You might want to try, like for instance, this, or something, you know, that's not as ornate. Pick something like more simple. Even like this might be a little bit better. And you can see how that looks. And then if you go here, I could always bring that down. Now you can see that now the font is coming onto 3 lines. Okay, so that's going to be your goal, is to see, how does the font look with your poster, and how does everything like basically gel. And I'm going to go back to a more simpler font and something that's not going to be as invasive. Okay, so let's go back up, and if I go up here, maybe even, let's see, the Alio Bold maybe, and I think that looks good. Okay, and now I'm going to take this box, and I'm just going to move it up a tiny bit. Letter spacing and line height. So when I play with this, I can actually bring the lines closer to each other, and it's going to reduce the size of the box so that I can see my image better. But I also don't want anything touching. I don't want the lines of text touching, so I'm going to leave it at 100 because I think 100 is good. And then I'm just going to move that box down. So now we get to see more Ruby, which is what I wanted. Okay, so now if you see, I have my box. It says, when your dog loves binge watching Hallmark movies as much as you do. You can change the color of the box, of course. If you were to click it, you know, you have all your choices of colors. I want to keep it black, so I'm going to go back to black. You can change your font color if you want to. So for right now, this would be my meme. And then what I would do is I would go to save. And then I'm going to go to download. If you see, it's a basic. It's a JPEG and it's free. So of course we're going to go with that. We're not going to go for any of these. And I'm going to go to download. And as you can see, if you look here, it says it opened in preview because I'm on an Apple. So that would be the software that it would open in. And then that's my poster. And it's saved as a JPEG. Okay, and if you go to Tools and adjust size, you can see the size right here that it made it. And we can always adjust that here as well. But for right now, for this purpose, it's fine. I'm going to close that out. And then also too, okay, we're going to close this. If you wanted to publish this onto social media, if you wanted to email it, publish your design on digital screens, embed it on a web page, or link it to a social media, you could. And that's it for today, and I hope you have a great time creating your first meme using Poster My Wall. Thank you.